Hi guys, in this video we will go through the data types in C Sharp. So let's get started. There is a data type called int. Int stands for integer. These are numbers with no decimal or fractional parts. Some examples of ints are 55 minus 23, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Its size is 32 bits. It has a range which is from 2 raised to about 31 through 2 raised to about 31 minus 1. And the next data type is byte. Byte also refers to integral numbers but has a narrow range as compared to int. Its range is 0 through 255. The examples are 55, 67, and its size is 8 bits because its range is lesser. So 8 bits are more than sufficient to store byte type data. Most of the time we try to use int instead of a byte for integral numbers. However, if you are programming for a machine that has got a limited memory space, you should use byte. If you are certain the value of the variable will not exceed the 0 to 255 range. For instance, if you need to store the age of a user in the computer, then the byte data should be used because it is unlikely that the user's age will ever exceed 255 years. The next data type is float. Float refers to floating point numbers, which are numbers with decimal places. Examples could be 17.23, or negative number could be minus 45.05. And the size of a float in computer's memory for C Sharp is 32 bits. The next data type is double. Double is also a floating point number but can store a much wider range of numbers. Its size is 64 as compared to the float, which has got 32 bits because it can store wider range of numbers. Double is the default floating point data type in C Sharp. What does that mean is if you write a number like 2.34, C Sharp will treat it as a double by default. Next data type is decimal. Decimal stores a decimal number but has a smaller range than float and double. It has a much greater precision of approximately 28 to 29 digits. Since it is storing a lot more precision values, its size is 128 bits. So if your program requires a high degree of precision when storing non-integral numbers, you should use a decimal data type. An example is when you are writing a financial or scientific application where precision is very important, then you should use decimal data types. The next data type we're going to discuss is bool. Bool stands for Boolean. A bool data type can hold one of the two values, either true or false. The next data type is char. Char stands for a character. It is used to store a single character. Examples are G, percentage sign, or at the rate sign, or any lowercase character. Char data is enclosed by a single quote. As you can see, all these characters are enclosed with single quotes. The data types we have discussed in this video are all primitive data types because they are built into the C# language. We will learn about other data types as we progress through the course. If you haven't done already, please do subscribe, share and like the video. Thanks.